Lips ripe as the berries in June. Red the rose, heart burning like fire in the night, gently as she goes.
Hey folks, what's up? My name is Sir Medieval, and today we're going to be talking about some more MMO news, particularly crowdfunded, detailing some information for games like Chronicles of Elyria, Ashes of Creation, and Pantheon. It seems like some of these games are either beginning to wind up for their alpha testing phases, or already in them like Ashes of Creations, or getting there like Chronicles of Elyria. Let's go ahead and start with Chronicles. So it looks like map voting will become available tomorrow, October 22nd. And here's the details you need to know. First thing to take note of is that map voting consists of 2 rounds. The first round will deal with choosing 5 maps for each server. These maps will be drawn from a single pool of 20 that will be split into each of the said servers, which means that each server will have its own unique map overall, which will be incredible to see. The only game I've ever seen do something like that server side was Worm Online, and it ended up working perfectly. Seamless travel between the servers as well via sailing with the ship. Everyone's votes are equal to their own individual influence, which is the resource that's earned via buying higher pledge packages, inviting people to sign up for Chronicles of Elyria, and in some cases contributing to the community, whether it be answering questions, providing information on the wiki, drawing fan art, etc. You can use this influence to cast your vote. You can cast a number of votes equal to the sparks of life you have. By default, each person will get about 1 to 3 depending on the package you bought. If you do make multiple votes on multiple maps you find favorable, your influence will be split between them. 50% on your first, 50% for your second, for instance. After round 1, the second round will determine what starting continent will be for that server. Keep in mind that the Oceania server does not participate in round 1 due to already having a unique set of 5 maps to choose from. After round 2, the starting continents for each map will be announced and development of Chronicles of Elyria will continue. It's starting to sound pretty saucy, and hopefully they can deliver this without issue. Would be nice to see another game do this type of thing in terms of maps and servers. So map voting should commence tomorrow, October 22nd, so be sure to stay tuned on the COE site and Discord. Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. Pantheon not too long ago released some information about their October newsletter, showcasing their newest Rogue Gallery edition, the Lycandrel, the Werewolves, and the Nightwolves. There was also a podcast done by Pantheon Voices of Terminus that went into detail about their newsletter alongside some theory crafting details for Visionary Realms. Highly recommend checking them out as well. On top of that, it was stated in Pantheon's announcement that they are currently winding up to prepare for Pre-Alpha 4. If you're a backer, be sure to check that out. The newsletter itself does go into great detail about their harvesting update, the Rogue Gallery I mentioned earlier, what's under wraps, and their community spotlight. If you're interested in it, I'll leave a link in the description below. And finally, Ashes of Creation. It seems like it's finally arrived at our doorstep for testing, but not in the way we originally imagined. In its Battle Royale mode, the team at Intrepid plans to test things like combat, fix bugs and glitches, hopefully, different functions relating to PvP and the world interaction, etc. If you're currently an outsider looking in, I would suggest putting Ashes on the back burner for a little while. It looks fantastic, but it'll be a little bit before it's put into its MMO state, and have more to showcase to the public. Phase 1 will consist mainly of this arena test / battle royale mode like I mentioned in a previous detail video. Phase 2, which is scheduled for sometime in December or early next year, will feature the castle siege. Hopefully by then it'll have a great deal to offer in terms of enjoyment. When I get the chance I'll be checking out the arena testing, but very rarely will I actually play it. I obviously was never really crazy about this battle royale genre, truth be told, but more than that I just don't want to get burnt out on the game this early on. It's meant for testing, so if you go 10 hours a day, 6 or 7 days a week, hoping to get massive amounts of enjoyment out of it, you might end up being sorely disappointed after a month, or a few weeks even. Nevertheless though, be sure to keep an eye on it. Last thing I wanted to mention is don't forget Lost Ark will be going into open beta in Korea on November 7th. If you need details on how to join it / what to expect, I'll leave a link in the description below. Alongside Fractured MMO scheduled for its alpha phase in December of this year, and Legends of Aria in early access on Steam around that time, Ascent Infinite Realm was supposed to be having a global beta this year, but the current rumor is that they've decided on or are thinking of switching to Unreal 4. So we'll see what comes of that. There's one more MMORPG that I wanted to talk about, but I'll have to wait until after TwitchCon to see if there's any mention of it. Just in case there's not, I'll just keep it on the back burner just in case. Anyway folks, that's all I've got for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful night or day. Farewell.